art. What is art? Is it wearing a beret? Is it using big words to seem deep? Is this goose
This is not hentai.
More importantly,
Hentai is
when
art,
is
but
art?
this is not
and
that
when
art.
is dinner? And where are my pants? And where am I? And have you seen my mum? I'm lost and confused. Please help me. All of these questions and more on the next episode of In the Quarantine.
Oh, this gets it dated.
Listen, Samito.
Oh
you
my god.
Philistine,
Well, there's the
you
hentai.
fucking uncultured swine. I need to show you some art.
Sure.
I don't know any art. Do you know any art?
Ah, fuck. So you've got a self-painting on the wall, right? A self-portrait on the wall. You've done it sort of abstract. You're standing next to it in a raincoat and a plague doctor's mask, so they don't know that you're the artist, right? And the richest, most famous art buyer walks in, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, "This is a magnificent chimpanzee. This is the most beautiful chimpanzee I've ever seen." And you're just standing there like, yeah, it's a chimpanzee. It's the best fucking chimpanzee
Yeah, I'd
I've
take
ever.
the money.
Yeah, totally innocuous chimpanzee. And then he buys it. $50 million. He buys your chimpanzee, and now that you got to live with that now. You can't admit it's you, right? The whole value is tied into the fact that he thinks it's an ape.
I mean, you know, we're all apes to a degree.
So watch this. I reckon I can turn this from like a $60 million painting to like
$10 million.
a $300 million. Oh no, she's such a frump too.
But isn't the unibrow like a mark of status in Latin America? Like only the royal,
What?
only
Hey,
the
don't
royal
insult
families
their
are
mug
allowed to have
chat.
unibrows, and like only really powerful women are allowed to have mustaches because it's like a show of military prowess.
Yeah, for sure.
You're turning her into a commoner is what you're doing. Aha. I mean, honestly, doesn't look like you did much.
No, these are only minor touches. It's got thorns around her neck and a dead bird. All right, we're fixing this. We can cover some of the neck thorns with an airplane pillow.
that it? Yeah, that's an
I don't know.
airplane
What do they
pillow.
wear around the neck in tropical climates?
Ropes, typically.
Dude, that's way better.
Yeah.
Look at that. Realism.
I can't
Pretty
believe they
damn
just
good.
made that
Oh, man,
American
this is really
centric.
coming together. Can you also put the
Disappointing.
chimpanzee in a little employee vest?
Yeah.
He's kind of got that stern look on his face, you know? Like they're paying me just enough for me to not be on my phone, but not enough for me to tell you to stop smashing milk jugs for your TikTok. You take Van Gogh,
Right.
you hit him with the depression. Dude's as sick as he is, but he's got a YouTube
Not the
channel.
Doctor
Think
Who
about what the
episode.
fuck that would be like. And we just get this beautiful expressionist. What is this Drakkar Noir vlog?
Oh, if anyone else has seen the Doctor Who episode with Vincent Van Gogh that hits you right in the feels. Oh no, I'm sad now.
Vlog that Vincent Van Gogh has uploaded.
Look at the motion graphics. Look at the way.
Why would he use Comic Sans with no outline? It speaks to his pain.
It's brilliant. He's using a mix of horizontal and vertical to express.
People are watching it in film schools like 10 years from now.
I heard this really interesting anecdote about drinking in Russia. So
We can
apparently
all
they
amount
have
to
this
something
thing
one day.
where if you want another drink, you tap the back of your shoulder. And apparently, I don't know how widespread this is, or even how true it is, but you tap the back of your shoulder.
Right.
And the reason why is because a couple hundred years ago, back in Russia, they were at war with someone else. And this other nation had a fleet of ships, and they were quite a powerful navy. And so Russia had to also build a navy very quickly to compete with them.
Yeah.
And so they commissioned some work from this guy who was supposed to be a very good sort of nautical engineer and,
God damn it,
and
Kuru.
shipbuilder.
Not a diesel
They have to
episode.
build this navy, and they succeed, and it's all thanks to this one dude who had all the knowledge. He had all the knowledge in his brain.
Right.
So the Tsar, I suppose at the time, said to him, boatman, I will give you anything you wish. Name a favor of me. You know what I want to do? Because he was a total drunk.
Yeah.
And he said, I want to be able to drink in any pub, tavern, bar in Russia for free.
Right.
That's a pretty good wish.
So the Tsar said, yeah, all right. By order of royal decree. He wrote him this decree that said this guy can drink for free as much as he wants. He used to go around to all these bars and stuff, and he would get wicked drunk off everyone else's dime.
Right.
But one time he lost the piece of paper, as you do.
idiot.
Yeah, exactly. So he has to sort of sheepishly go back
That'd
to the
be
Tsar,
me.
and he goes,
I'd lose
hey,
it.
can you write me another one of these fucking notes to get out of gym and get free drinks? And the guy goes, all right. Just, keep in mind I'm a busy man. So he writes him another decree and he goes out and he gets fucking wicked drunk again. And then he loses the next one.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm certainly not going to pay for drinks. I'm just going to bother the Tsar again. So he pops back to the Tsar and he goes, "You'll never believe what happened." And the guy goes, "For God's sake." He goes, "You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get it tattooed on the back of your shoulder." From then on, he would just go around to bar.
Now someone's just gonna stab him and cut off his flesh and then get it sewn onto them, right? That's the logical next step, right? Someone commits a violent murder, and now they get free drinks forever, and then that person gets murdered, and so on and so forth, right?
Bars, and he would show his bare shoulder and tap on it and go,
Right.
Don't be disappointed
That's
in
the
me,
word of the Tsar. I can drink for free. What the fuck? And so ever since then, it became like a thing. You tap the back of your shoulder saying, "Another drink, please."
That is interesting.
Yeah, I thought so.
I hope that's true.
I do too. After the recording, I looked into it, and it was not.
Welcome, Oka. Thank you for coming by. We'll play Genshin afterwards. Please don't be disappointed in me.
So look at this face. Then look at this dude.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Identical.
Get a load of this fucking guy with the knife.
Oh,
It's a lady,
wait, someone's got a knife.
surely.
With the knife?
Yeah, look, that's her arm, isn't it?
Is it not the dude whose other hand seems to be on her neck? He's sort of doing like a weird pigeon arm holding it backwards? Nah, that doesn't make any sense.
No, I think
what's
he's
going on
kind of
here?
curved around, and he's holding
Whoa.
his hand on her shoulder,
Got a knife.
and then that's his sleeve there.
Oh my
So
God,
that goes
dude.
to holding her hand, and she's got the knife.
Now we're getting sucked into the controversy. Who truly stabbed this guy? Let's analyze this picture some more.
You know what's always sort of struck me about Mona Lisa is
Tits.
well, kinda, yeah.
tits
They're
are
not
weird.
terribly proportional. The cleavage feels like it's in the wrong place. Her right boob is way smaller than the left side of her chest.
Well, at least we know that they're real. So obviously you don't get imperfections with surgery.
Obviously, the guy didn't know anything
watching
about
Art Fair.
proportionality.
Or women.
She's got no eyebrows.
Yep.
It's just like, why is this the
God.
most famous painting?
Are they gonna
Something
turn her
about
into
her
a
facial expression.
fucking
She's
Starbucks
smiling
white
but
girl?
not smiling, and therefore beauty.
You wouldn't call her beautiful.
I wouldn't. This was his ex. They broke up, but she still held on to one of those coupons from their anniversary where it was like, "I will paint you beautifully." And she was like, "I don't care if we broke up. I want to utilize my coupon." And he was like, "Fine, but I'm going to fuck up the shading and make your tits look weird."
Yeah, I'm gonna draw you with sriracha sauce all over your sticky fingers.
Did
my
I tell
God.
you my idea to be the curator to a exclusively
Yeah, those were just natural
meme
tits.
hosted art museum?
Oh, I like
These
that.
people never seen a
It
woman in
clips
their
I'm
lives.
in like a little tuxedo, and I'm like, "Welcome, thank you for joining us." Today we're taking a look at Halloween Pepe. Just talk about the history of Pepe the Frog and what
Journal.
led us to Pepe and a fucking pumpkin head. If we were really good YouTubers, what we would do is make a Facebook profile for her, in turn making a Tinder profile, and see how
Yee,
many
thank
right
you for
swipes
this
we get by
resub.
the end of this session. just
Oh my
just
God,
a
thank
girl
you.
holding a dog. Yeah. Put it in a group picture. I'm the one in the left.
We'd need so many fucking
Oh my
face
God.
filters to make that.
I'm so glad they censored
Nah,
that.
we just throw some fucking dog ears on it. Boom, look like everyone else. Be a 9 out
Now
of 10
that's a woman.
instantly. I feel like this one's less detailed, but I like it more.
Yeah, I do like this one a lot.
I'm
more.
glad
There's
you
more
can
to
fix
look
it.
at.
You-
Birth
thank
of
you for the
Venus.
resub.
Venus. Venus was blood from the tip of Zeus's penis.
Is that what it was?
Blood of Zeus's penis. Here it is.
What
The
the-
blood from his severed genitals fertilized the earth, and from that spot grew an almond tree.
Right. Makes sense.
Nuts. It grew a tree with nuts from his nuts.
Aphrodite. So I'm completely. Fuck. I thought I knew something for once. You know, the ancient Greeks had 400 vending machines per person. That's a fact.
You sure you're not talking about fridges?
Nah, he says with absolute confidence. You'd think
I
they'd
hope you
sneak
get
a
paid.
Waldo in at some point or something, just to keep it interesting. If you're meant to look at it for this long,
we'll hide that in there for you.
how nice would it be? You zoom in and you're like, "Oh, look at all these flowers," and then one of them's like a Steam code for Cyberpunk, and it's like, "Oh, hell yeah! Look at that! It all paid off." I swear I could be a better artist than these Greek idiots. They don't know what the fuck they were doing.
That's way better.
You're only
But-
saying that because she's goth in this one.
That looks like it's gonna be a horror movie. She looks like something that's gonna come to life and rip me into a new dimension through the painting, like Super Mario style.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but like, that's all. It's just like, you know what would be better than the Mona fucking Lisa? The Mona Lisa with some eyeliner. Maybe some scrunchies on her arms. That's it. Wait, the background's completely different in that one. It's not just like a darkened... Oh, God. Fernando Vittorio. All right, so better or worse? What do you think? The cleavage is in the right spot. Never mind, we're taking a step back now. That one I actually think could be kind of artsy. I mean, the less you paint, the more you're painting. You know what I mean?
That's kind of good.
Right.
I had a teacher back in high school that said the first person, like the less you paint, the more you paint, or the more you say. He said the first painter or the first artist to put a single black dot slightly off center on a completely blank white canvas and call it imperfection is a genius. But everyone after that is just an idiot. That's how I feel about paintings like this. Of like, okay, the first guy to do something like this, very smart. Everybody else copying them. Congratulations, you're just copying. The deepness has already been done.
I'm not mad with that. A lot of it's just about having some fucking color in the room.
Yeah, for sure.
And that does it. You could just put like a vase or something in front of that. You wouldn't have to worry about the little dude. And then it'd just be like a nice... That'd work.
It looks like the movie poster for James and the Giant Peach.
Although, I will say, I don't think a lot of these are that bad. That's fine. That looks like any modern piece today.
Yeah.
There's finger painting.
Okay,
Oh
I
my.
could see that this wouldn't be in a museum, but this... Absolutely, I could see in a
Blue
museum and
lady
people saying it's
with
look,
iPod.
blue lady with iPod. Oh, this says a lot about our modern society. I've always thought the screen looked like shit.
I mean, now that I'm looking at it for more than like 5 seconds, it is...
It's iconic, but is it good? Well, here's what I'm thinking.
I like it already. It's like a Green Day concert. Why are all artists so fucked up? There he is.
Yeah.
Saturn
God.
devouring his son. Francisco Goyo. There you go. That crazy motherfucker.
Is that supposed to be his arm? How come his arm is so thick compared to this?
I mean, look at his
And,
ass.
like, the shoulders
He's got some
would
cake
end
right there.
about here, but his body just keeps going up.
The dude locking eye contact with you is also
Yeah.
a big part of this.
During
He's
contact.
not focusing on the food. He's just right into your soul.
Is he wearing pants?
He's got like horse legs, I think, is what goat legs, I think is what it's supposed to be.
Why doesn't he have goat legs? Maybe he's got goat top. Maybe that explains the...
Yeah, he started from the broken end. I don't know. Everything about this painting, they really match the awkward angle at which the shoulder leaves the body.
We
But
found him.
It should have been a
boys.
Snickers, because then they could make the
that
joke, you're not
painting
you
was
when you're
literally
hungry.
painted in a manic state, right? And then kept in his mansion and never shown to anybody.
Oh, really?
So when the dude was going insane at the end of his life and just painting and whatever,
Yeah.
like they discovered him dead at his place, and that was never supposed to be seen by anybody.
Oh, that's
Now
really
that's
neat.
He
terrifying.
painted that because
If true.
it came out of him, and he kept it in the house, hoping nobody would see it, with no intention of showing anybody.
Do you reckon that's the direct inspiration for... What's that H.P. Lovecraft story?
H.P. Lovecraft, Pickman's model.
Pickman's Model, that's it. Yeah.
This dude's one of my favorites because he was a legitimate psychopath.
Really?
He played the character, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I love
he
this
hung
guy.
out in cabaret bars. He had friends that were dwarves. You know, shit like that you wouldn't do back then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so eccentric.
Like, let me go get inspired for the next fucking clock I'm about to melt. He
Yeah.
would have been an excellent fucking Twitter shit poster, man. If he didn't die in the fucking 80s or whatever, he'd be an interesting fucking dude to follow on Twitter, I
I
swear.
love the mustache.
He bought a castle, age 76, lived a long life. He was exhumed. 2017, it was announced that a judge in Madrid had ordered the exhumation of Dali's body in order to obtain samples for a paternity suit.
Oh, that guy
This was
fucked.
2 years ago.
That guy
It was 2
fucked.
years ago that this happened.
You know
Can
he
you
fucked
imagine
all
how
around
fucking
town.
nerve-wracking that must have been? Like, you finally convinced the judge, okay, we're gonna dig up the body. They go in, they dig up the body, and then...
They take that truck over to Maury, and now you're on stage in front of the entire audience. You are not the father.
Yeah,
The crowd goes wild.
And then
You're screaming.
Salvador Dali gets out of the coffin and he's just dancing around.
Breakdancing, yeah. You're running into the back hallways.
Why
to
do they-
God
why do they
knows
always
where.
run
It's a
when they're in
maze
Maury?
back there. He had a pet ocelot named Babu. Like, people do that now when you're like rich,
Yeah.
but those fuckers bite.
This is interesting.
What's going on?
With his ever-present long cape. Okay, so he used to walk around with a long cape and a walking stick.
More
told
people
you,
need
man.
to
And
wear
a haughty
capes.
expression
Bring
on
it
his
back.
face.
Salvador Dali was right.
This guy.
He gave actress Mia Farrow a dead mouse in a bottle, hand-painted, which her mother, actress Maureen O'Sullivan, demanded to be removed from her house.
I'm telling you, man. This dude Dali was a motherfucker.
He was also known
capes.
to
Fine.
avoid paying tabs at restaurants
I think a couple people did this.
by drawing on the check.
Yeah, he would, instead of paying, he would do a piece of art on the check. He would do a little scribble, and then the restaurant would be like, oh, great. And they always say something about like the restaurant not wanting to like cash it in.
Dali appeared
What?
in public on a number of occasions with an anteater, notably on a lead in Paris in 1969. And on the Dick Cavett show. On the show, he surprised fellow guest Lillian Gish by flinging an anteater into her lap.
Oh my.
There's a crater on Mercury named after
The
him.
Dali crater. Interesting.
What's this guy eating?
What?
What's he eating? Huh? Oh, he's eating noodles.
My cousin Vinny
Ew.
eating fresh pasta.
What's the matter?
That's the guy from- that's
I
the
quite
Hobbit.
Like that. I like the
From
way
Hobbit.
he's done the color on that. Dude, I like this stuff where people are just eating soup, eating noodles.
Look at that whole artichoke.
That looks way better to me than the Mona Lisa.
No, I mean it 100%. I mean first of all, the artichoke doesn't look like it belongs.
The
in this
Mona
picture.
Lisa
It's
was
light
only
years ahead.
famous
Yeah, that's nuts.
after it
That's
got
crazy.
stolen.
Look at
No
the way
one
the
gave a
fucking
fuck
hat's
until
done.
then.
Do you know how hard it is to draw a fucking hat? Have you ever tried drawing a hat?
I can't do stick figures. This is the grandpa who like ate an entire can of paint thinking it was
What the fuck
yogurt.
is that man
Fuck,
eating
dude,
pie?
No, he was fine.
Oh.
But they took this picture of him like, yeah, no, that seems like the guy who'd accidentally eat a can of paint thinking it was yogurt.
That is genuinely
Why are
scarier to
you
me
in the
than
soup
the one
store?
of the dude eating the other dude. Imagine if you had this at like framed on the wall at the end of a fucking hallway, and you were walking over to the kitchen to get something late at night. That would freak me the fuck out.
I don't like it.
That painting right there.
Don't scare me!
Apparently the reason that you don't taxidermy your pets is because it's really hard to get it looking like your pet again. They have to, it's essentially a skin on a mount, right?
Yeah.
So to get the face looking right with all of the exact nuances of the bone structure and the way that things sit is practically impossible.
No, that's a rabbit.
And so it doesn't end up looking like your cat
see
or
nothing
your
wrong with
dog
any of
by
these.
the end of it.
I mean, that can't make you feel better about the situation, right?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Look over and be like, oh, yeah, they used to stand there facing the wall like that. I miss them so much. Like, no, it's going to be awkward.
Yeah, it's freaking weird. Why?
Now, I heard a thing about
dead,
Michelangelo
move on.
that apparently he died a virgin and he didn't really know what female anatomy was like. And that's why all of his paintings just depict women as muscular men with tits on top. Yeah, it's basically just a dude and then tits on top.
He just really does not do a good job with
He's
the
just
tits.
into tomboys.
God damn,
That's
it's like
all?
a chameleon
But
looking at you, dude.
What,
He
what?
doesn't know what they look like. I don't know how to spell Angelo.
They'll know who you're talking about. Nobody's got that many fucking letters in their name anymore. Can you imagine that? You meet somebody at fucking VidCon and it's
He's just
like,
into
oh, hey,
buff
I'm
women.
the internet historian. It's like, oh, hey,
Yeah,
I'm
it was
Mike.
ahead of
And
his
you're like, is that
time. He
short
was
for Mike?
into the buff
Michelangelo.
women.
Yeah.
The
Come
name's
on.
David. Oh, nice to meet you. Full name Michelangelo's.
My mom was weird.
Why couldn't Michelangelo paint women?
There you go. Imagine
Men with breasts.
Look at this. Look at this fucking sculpture.
God damn, dude.
Oh, hold on. Because of the stringent controls over female modesty, the idea goes it was inappropriate for women to get undressed in front of men. If
Why is this not
Michelangelo
outlined
then
in
knew
black?
what women's bodies were like and was clearly able to draw them, we have to assume that the appearance of his women were deliberately chosen rather than through ignorance.
I feel like that's an insulting take to try and go with.
Yeah.
No way my man went with that and went, yep, that's a good use of marble.
What direction is he going? It seems to me like he's going in this direction.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah.
So although they're not touching now, they're definitely going to touch.
Yeah, or he's like hovering in place.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Maybe they're teasing it. It's like, do you want to be alive?
Oh, I don't know if they're gonna say this, but I'm gonna point it out anyways because I wanna seem smart. So you see how God, this is God right here, and that's Adam. You see how God is like surrounded by a bunch of different like angels and stuff, and he's got this weird cloak and whatnot. That's the human brain. That's Michelangelo's way of saying like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna fucking paint your religion stuff. that I don't really believe in myself, I'm gonna make it a brain to show fucking intelligence. Gonna hide that for you. You'll never find out until way later, because you're all stupid. And that's what he did. He made it a big brain. Cause see, doesn't that look like a brain? Brain case? Yeah.
So,
Think about it.
Yeah.
So although they're not touching now, they're definitely going to touch.
Yeah, or he's like hovering in place.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Big old god
Maybe
brain.
they're teasing it. It's like, do you want to be alive? Should I take one of your ribs? I don't know where in the story this is.
Have you seen God's fucking finger?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Once his finger touches you, you know, you get the knowledge of God. And so he's about to be like, oh my God, I'm naked and all the stuff in the Garden of Eve. But he's already touched this one.
Yeah.
And he's seen some shit. Look at his face.
The prophecy is true.
Yeah. He's not interested at all
not
in
how
what
a finger
Adam's doing.
works.
The kid behind him needs to stop holding his fucking breath as well. You're gonna hurt yourself, my guy. Wait, there's so many more people than I initially thought. Holy fuck.
It's like he did the lines and then it never went back and painted over them.
The kids up at the top over God's shoulder also just lacking in detail. One of them's just had like the life force sucked out of him. Oh, Michelangelo did the fucking Sistine Chapel, right?
Yeah, that's what this
This is
is.
what this is.
Really?
Yeah, I thought this was on the roof, on
Yeah.
the ceiling.
Oh god, there's so much stuff.
Yeah, and there's a big
Ugh, it's
butt
like a Wheels Wally.
of God as well.
This guy just on the toilet.
Yeah, it really kind of looks like he's
This is
starting to run
hell.
out of ideas near the end. Fuck it. I
I've
don't know,
seen
they're
this in
playing
real
golf.
life.
You see Alvin and the Chipmunks on their own little cloud over on the left side?
This one's got a bag of skin.
Wait, what the fuck is happening?
I think he's skinned someone.
This
This
kinda
is
fucked up.
Revelations,
Fucking
right?
Buff Jesus? That must be Buff Jesus.
Jesus was the swollest of the gods.
Yeah, that's why he was the chosen one.
Yeah, exactly. God, holy shit, man. How much did this dude get paid for this? Or do churches pay you?
Yeah, the church commissioned him to do this.
That's got to be the gig of a lifetime. It's a lot of goddamn work.
They didn't show the God butt.
Medusa seems to be a muse for basically every artist ever.
Well, the thing that strikes me about this is supposed to be Medusa's reflection, isn't it?
Oh, in a mirror, you mean?
Yeah, like, well, that's the story. So it's Hercules, isn't it? No, it's not Hercules. It's
Pericles.
Perseus, that's it.
Perseus,
right.
never mind.
So
Ah.
Perseus walks into the cave and he knows that if he sees her, he'll be literally petrified and turn into stone.
Yeah. I want the B-roll to this to just be God of War footage, by the way.
So he's backing into the cave essentially, and he's having to look through this shiny piece of gold metal because they don't have the technology for proper mirrors back then. And then he does like a 360 sword move, and he cuts off her head. What I imagine this scene is it's the first time she ever sees herself in the mirror.
Oh.
Bark in your hair. Get it, get it.
Sorry, I got the virus. I gotta go, Samito. Also, I'm going into a tunnel. Goodbye.
Oh, there he goes.
I learned a lot about art today.
Now it's just us.
The main channel video is coming.
Well, we learned a ton about art, didn't we?
You know
We
what they
saw-
say.
Get out of here, John Tron.